Hey guys, welcome back to Music Talk with John. Today I am doing my contest entry for Sam St. John. He is doing a contest where we have to show 5 albums where people probably would think you wouldn't have in your collection. I guess basically is the gist. We want to do this contest to support Sam because we want to get him to that 800 mark or even get him to that 1,000 mark without having to create about 1 million or so shorts to get there. So we want to get him there through our support, right? So the 5 albums I picked, which I had to think about it for a little bit because I listened to everything, and I'll try any genre basically, and there's little bits of every genre I think that I get into. So these are 5 I guess you wouldn't expect to be in here. I guess this is the closest I could come to it. Actually, yeah, these are good ones because normally I wouldn't have Grease. I guess you couldn't say I wouldn't normally have Grease, but I guess you wouldn't expect it to be in my collection. I wouldn't go seeking after it. But there's songs on here from like childhood that I like, and it's a fun album. So I have Grease. I don't know if I really play it except for maybe I don't know when I play it, but it gets played from time to time, maybe every 4 to 5 years. I don't know. But anyway, Grease is in my collection. This one might not surprise people who know me, but this is not one I usually feature. I don't usually do any religious music or anything like that. I keep everything down the mainstream. Don't like to mix politics or religion on this channel, but I do have this Petra album that I still like. It's not of this world. Yeah, it's very heavily, the lyrics are based in, the Bible and scriptures and things like that. But there's a lot of cool keyboard stuff on here, and the album rocks out pretty good. So this is one that you might not expect for me to have. It's not a band you hear of that much, but this is Petra, and it seems like 1982, 83. Same year Billy Joel's Innocent Man came out. So Petra, Christian rock in the collection. The next one, yeah, I have it, guilty pleasure. I guess you don't call it a guilty pleasure because you like it. So I do. Every once in a while, probably as often as Grease, I throw the Madonna on. It's the collection. It's stuff. It did set the soundtrack. I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of, I'm not going to bash Madonna, but it's just cheesy pop music. It was produced stuff. But it kind of set a soundtrack to my childhood, too, at the same time. I'm not sure when Holiday came out. I know it was maybe mid-'80s or earlier. But the songs were there, whether I chose to listen to them or I was running out to get a Madonna album, which I wasn't, but I had a lot of guy friends who were into Madonna, and it was probably more the looks and the crazy stuff she did than the music. But because I never heard them playing a Madonna album, they just had their posters up and had her albums, but they never played them. Just thought about that. Anyway, it's one of those things. There's a lot of songs on here that just take me back to a point in the 80s and the 90s. So, it's nice to put it on every once in a while. It kind of takes you back a little bit. So, there you go. Madonna, it's the Immaculate Collection, and that's the only one I would ever have. You're not going to find any other Madonna albums in there. This one, you would say, yeah, chick flick, right? But there's actually a lot of cool music on here, and like Love is Strange. What was I could do without if I've had the time of my life, but Be My Baby's on here. Hungry Eyes, that played like crazy. She's Like the Wind, the ballad, but that played a lot. And actually, there was a time, there's this place in Orlando, it was called Old Town. It's still kind of called Old Town, but there's like a game center right next to it. There was a time where you could go in there into a booth, and actually, it was like a karaoke thing that they recorded, basically. So you go into a booth, you record your song, and they give you a copy of it. So I went in and picked She's Like the Wind, Patrick Swayze. And that tape's probably around here somewhere, unless I burned it long ago. So there's a little moment, where She's Like the Wind comes on, and I remember that because I was there with a friend of mine, and it was kind of a cool time. So anyway, Dirty Dancing, that one. And then the last one, I don't think people know I go into the pop world here and there, but I don't usually get into a lot of modern artists or anything. But Halsey, I picked this album up because there's just a lot of songs on here I actually like. The production is modern, it's overproduced in places, it's very slick, but The lyrics and some of the songs, you know, I like what she's doing in here. So I guess the big one here would be You Should Be Sad. I just like the feel of that song. There's a good production to it. And then Beautiful Stranger is pretty cool too. Oh, and in Graveyard. I like Graveyard a lot. So this would be one that you wouldn't really expect to be in my collection amongst the, you know, the rest of the stuff here, the Police and AC/DC and whoever. But, you know, Halsey, I like this one. And this one I will put on from time to time because I get in the mood for this album. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Sam, good luck. Get to the 800. And until next time, I hope you guys enjoy your music, all right? Take care. Bye.